Big sweeping changes coming to Robocraft. I think we've heard this before, right? But today is the day they are bringing in the brand new BA, the brand new Battle Arena, or now called Normal Mode, to the game. Getting rid of the old crystal shooting game that we knew in past, and they've shrunk down the size of this new Normal Mode to 5v5 instead of 8v8. Partially, I think, because of a shrinking player base, and also because I wanted to keep clans, which are 5v5, together too. So you can kind of have more of a custom match against other clans if you're together with your folks. Now, I've also seen that there is some balance changes that they introduced yesterday, along with the new maps and everything we're going to be getting in this brand new Battle Arena. So it should be pretty exciting. Here on the screen, you're just seeing some of the old Battle Arena footage and the old Brawl Mode stuff that I played this last week as I kind of worked on ranking up my MMR on either my Smurf accounts or on my May account. I'll talk a little bit more of that too in the future. But anyway, so balance changes. Let's talk about that first before we get into maps and stuff. They have decided to reduce the damage on Teslas, which I think is probably appropriate. So they've pretty much lowered them a fair amount across the board. So for example, the Tesla Nova went from 103,000 damage to 84,000 damage, which is a pretty significant drop off. And then they've also made nanos where they do not auto aim anymore, so you have to manually aim nanos to heal. Left click no longer auto heals everybody around you, so it's going to take a little more skill. It's going to kind of reduce the amount of builds that are viable as far as healers go. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan. I'm kind of neutral on that. The one that I wasn't really a big fan of, though, is they nerfed mech legs, and they made mech legs not hold as much mass, which probably won't be a problem for me as I build really light mechs. But then they also reduced the amount of health the mech legs have by a pretty significant amount, so I wasn't super happy about that. I think it went from 145 to 122,000, something like that, on the Hermes leg. This is just kind of rough numbers from memory, but it was a pretty good nerf. And so I didn't think there was a problem. I never saw any complaint threads on Hermes sprinter legs being bad. I think people like them. They just want the other movement types to be good. And I heard the developers today in the Twitch stream they put on say that, you know, they are not going to be able to get wheels as good as I want them to, so what they're doing is they're nerfing some of the more popular parts to kind of make them more in line. I don't like that strategy. I think it's kind of lazy in a way, and there's certainly ways you can make wheels better. I can think of this adding some special abilities to them, like having a gravitational stick on the wheels, and then maybe repulsion, so you can almost like jump with them. That would be one way you could make wheels about as good. They still need a rework as far as rolling over terrain and stuff like that, and being able to stick a little bit more to the earth. But I mean, it isn't that hard, but it does take time. So he said, you know, part of it is just having the man hours, and I understand that. But nerfing mech legs, I don't really get that. Is they're kind of the most viable thing on the ground right now. You know, they can dodge plasma blasts and stuff semi-decently. They also added a little bit of weight to hovers, but that's almost negligible. They just made them a little bit heavier, and they increased the carrying capacity almost by the same amount. So why they did it, I'm not sure. I think it's just to make it move just a little bit slower, because it adds a little bit more mass to your robot, so they can't be quite as swift, like moving around, especially as a healing hovercraft, which probably won't be a big issue anymore anyway, as that the auto aim has been taken away in the game mode. So overall, I don't think this really impacts drones negatively. So I think drones are going to be more popular than they were before. Mech legs also got a 10% speed increase, regular mech legs. So they might be slightly more popular, though I don't think 10% was quite enough. I think they need a little bit more than that. Maybe 15%, and if they could just get a health buff, that would also be good too. I think people would start using those again. But sprinter legs certainly didn't need the nerf, and Teslas probably did need a little bit of a damage reduction, though I don't think with the new game mode it's going to be quite as big of an issue as it used to be. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I do want to show you guys a little bit of footage here from the new game mode. Of course, last week I did put out some new robots. I put out two of the Brawl Mode microbots. One was the Paladin, which is probably the more popular of the two. And then the other one is just called Microbot Brawl Mech. So So kind of generic name, but I want people to be able to see it, and it's a jump mech. And then of course I came out with another Omega Mech, Omega Mech 4. I might have to revisit it, because for some reason I still like 3 a little bit more, even though 4 has healing. It seems like it's a little more hardy for some reason, so I might have to look into the way I put it together. And especially with the new changes now to the health on mech legs, I'm kind of like, is this really still the way to go, or do I need to look into building more drones and helicopters in the future? So we'll look at that in the new game mode and see how the game kind of changes everything. So anyway, that is kind of it. As far as MMR, one other thing I noticed too playing last week was just that on my main account, when I got it a little bit higher, I noticed it took a lot longer to get into matches, just in general when I'm queening by myself, for everything, for Brawl mode and for normal mode and for PDM too, for basic mode they call it now. So that wasn't real good. In fact, one time I was waiting up to like 23, 24 minutes for Brawl mode, which should be something that you can get into relatively quick if they're not really leveraging your MMR greatly. Now, my theory is that the invisible MMR that you don't see is still used in those modes, and so if you're higher, and I'm only about 1247 right now, which I don't know, 1274, which I don't think is really high. I've seen people in my clan already up at 2500. I just haven't been playing my main account that much. But it still takes a long time to get into a match, so I don't want to MMR myself out of the ability to play Robocraft. If I can't get a match ever, of course I'm not going to stick around for 30 minutes waiting for one. I'm just going to play something else. So anyway, I'm hoping this new game mode brings new players to us. I'm hoping it impresses me and makes me want to play more, because honestly, my interest in the game has been waning a little bit lately. And I'm hoping that this will kind of freshen things up and bring more players. It doesn't help that I have to wait so long to get a match too. So we'll see how things go here. Anyway, let's now cut to the brand new game mode and see how I like it. And I'll give you my first impression on that. Alright, so here we go. I just chose one of my newer mechs, the Omicron. And we'll check this out here. First time on this game mode on this map. And this looks like, yeah, this looks familiar but different. Alright, so let's see. We gotta stand on these pads to take them. Let's see, we got a lawnmower, which should be helpful now that we can take points with it. Well, I definitely feel the legs are squishier than before. Whoa, I'm under the ice. Okay, that's a new glitch. Yeah, sprinter legs definitely squishier than before. I can already tell the difference. 20,000 extra hit points per leg makes a difference. So that might be interesting. I might be building less with sprinter legs if they don't hold up anymore. But we'll see. We're kind of jumping to conclusions. Let's see if we can hold these guys off here. Keep them from taking our point. Duck down here. We got a helicopter up above. Nope, needs legs back. Well, someone's got the manualing down still with drone form. There we go. Okay. Pretty good fire. Little SMG drone. Seems like it's pretty effective. Low CPU, lots of damage output. I'll try something like that in the future. Might actually convert one of my current drones over. Do something with SMGs on it. Alright, fell right on my face. Alright, we got this point back. So it is a little bit different that we don't have any overclocking. Used to be quite an advantage. Alright, we do have some good teamwork though. Let's see if we can get this guy's missiles off him. There we go. Seem to have stripped his guns out. We'll come in here, take this. Alright, let's go back to the base here if we can. There we go. Build back up now, we'll head back out. Pretty intense, I'm not really used to terrain or anything yet, so I'm still kind of getting used to where things are. Here we go. Got him out of the way. Yeah, layout is definitely a little smaller than before. I'll say that. Drones and flyers are definitely the way to go now. And then maybe helicopters. Alright, so that brings us back up to par now. We were behind before. Let's see if we can catch back up. We need to get that third point real quick so we can get them to their base and steal some of their energy. Oh, this guy's trying to steal, so let's get him out of there. Going around. We got him first. Shotgun's definitely good in this now for point defense. Alright, we're gonna move up here now and try to take their forward point and see how that goes. See if anybody's defending. Yep, drone is. Yeah, one of the advantages of being in a drone is you don't have to physically touch the pad, you can just hover above it. Yeah, legs are definitely a lot squishier now. Not really happy with how they feel anymore. Alright, they got me. See people saying hi if I don't respond. Sorry guys, just recording. Get a lot of messages now. Alright, so let's see if they can take this point here. Not sure this mech was the right choice. We do got a sniper. Alright, let's see. We gotta get our guns back here. Oh. There we go. Let's pop over to the other one now, see if we can take that. Yeah, too much falling over too on this. Guess I'm just not used to the places we can jump yet. Yeah, a lot of drones right now. Got plasma drones, SMG drones, some hovers. We're still, well, now we're down a tower. We got a slight edge on us. Alright, there we go. Certainly a lot different than the other game mode. All right, got that. Alright, we're catching up a little bit. Alright, lost my legs there. We're not completely out of it. That equalizer thing has come in handy a couple times now. Seems like the obstacles here are actually a little bit smaller, so it's easy to see where people are posted. Wow, we won barely, but we pulled out the victory. That was pretty tough. I definitely don't think I brought the right robot with it. I need to definitely change it up. It's a little too squishy now with the sprinter legs, and I'm probably not used to the strategy too, so I didn't do that great here. Kind of right in the middle of the scoreboard, but overall it was kind of fun. We did manage to get a win there, so that was kind of cool. Barely though, only 2%. Give him a good game real quick. A lot of people sending me messages. Sorry if I'm not responding to everybody. So I'm going to give it a little more time and see what I think of the new BA. It's interesting. It's a lot different than before. What did you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below, and please thumbs up this video if you have not already, just as a friendly reminder. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. I do videos on games sort of like Robocraft and ones very similar to it pretty often here. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed it, and come back and see me again real soon for another video on the channel. Until next time, guys, later.